I never believed a single careless moment, one meant to draw a cheap laugh, could pull apart everything I thought was steady in my life. Even now, when I let my mind drift back to that night, I can feel the exact second the atmosphere around me shifted, when a joke I thought was harmless crossed an invisible line I didn't even know existed. People say weddings reveal truth. I always thought that was romantic fluff until the night I embarrassed Liam in front of a room full of people and watched him slip off his wedding band, as if it carried all the weight of our years together. The unraveling started long before that moment, back when the evening still sparkled with perfection. Soft golden lights shimmered through the reception hall. Music hummed gently in the background, and everyone floated in that dreamy glow weddings always seem to conjure. I stood among distant relatives, drink in hand, smiling and nodding at stories that weren't actually funny but felt amusing in the warmth of the celebration. Liam moved through the room the same way he always did, steady, composed, quietly warm. He never needed to be the loudest. His presence alone was enough to anchor anyone around him. He was also the last person on earth who deserved to be the target of a joke. Evan, his childhood best friend and the best man, had spent the night gathering people for little toasts, teasing Liam, stirring friendly banter. Somewhere between raised glasses and shared memories, he nudged me toward the microphone. "Say something," he urged with a grin. I hadn't planned to speak. Public moments make me uneasy, and weddings tug at emotions I never managed gracefully. But I agreed anyway. Maybe it was the wine, maybe the atmosphere, maybe a reckless impulse to match the mood in the room. When I took the microphone, dozens of faces turned toward me. Someone lowered the music. Conversations faded. My pulse thudded against my throat. I promised myself I'd keep it short and sweet, just a warm little story, a gentle sentiment. But then I saw Evan elbowing Liam, the crowd laughing over some old memory, and suddenly I felt pressure to deliver something bold, something unforgettable. Before I could catch myself, I opened my mouth. I said one line, one thoughtless, cutting comment about Liam's body. I still don't know why. The room erupted in laughter. Real laughter. Loud, eager, completely unfiltered. For one fleeting heartbeat, I felt triumphant, like I had added something to the celebration. Then I saw Liam smile. Controlled, tight, hollow, the kind of smile you wear when you're trying not to break in front of others. My stomach sank instantly, but the damage was already echoing through the hall. People clapped my shoulder. Someone repeated the joke. Others drifted to the dance floor. The moment moved on. Liam didn't. He didn't come near me for the rest of the night. Every time I tried to reach him, someone intercepted me with another comment about how great my line had been. And with every passing second, something inside me slid further out of my grasp. When the music slowed and couples moved together, I slipped outside to find him. He was standing near the garden lights, jacket off, tie loose, staring at the ground as though it held all the words he couldn't say. When he finally looked up, the warmth I always found in his eyes was gone, not replaced by anger, just gone. He asked if I understood what I had done. His voice wasn't sharp. It wasn't raised. It was steady and quiet, which somehow hurt more. I tried to explain that it was a joke, that I got swept up in the moment, that I never meant to hurt him. He nodded, but in that distant way you nod when you've already stopped listening. He asked why. Out of everyone in the room, I was the one who turned him into the punchline. Why I chose the laughter of strangers over his dignity. Why the spotlight mattered more to me than the person I claimed to love. I had nothing but apologies, thin and useless even to my own ears. Then he touched his ring. I thought he was adjusting it. I thought he was fidgeting. I never imagined he was taking it off. He slipped it from his finger and held it lightly between his thumb and forefinger. In that moment, everything around us blurred. The music, the laughter, the glow spilling from the hall. He told me he needed space, that he couldn't pretend nothing had happened, that something in the way he saw me had shifted. Maybe not forever, but undeniably now. He placed the ring gently in my hand. That tenderness broke me more than anger ever could have. Then he walked back inside, only to leave. No scene, no harsh words, just a quiet exit before midnight. Evan found me wandering the hallway afterward, and told me Liam had called a car, that he wanted to cool down without confrontation. The reception carried on music, laughter, clinking glasses, while I sat alone feeling hollow, the night moving past me as if I wasn't even there. When the final guest drifted out and the lights faded, I went home with his ring still clenched in my hand, replaying every moment, every choice, every second where I failed to protect a person who had always protected me. He still hasn't spoken to me. People assume we're just giving each other space. They don't understand that sometimes the deepest regrets come from moments without malice, just pure, devastating carelessness. And all it took to fracture something that once felt unbreakable was one sentence. One night, one ring left quietly in my palm.